Welcome to the 4th Annual Awards Recognition and Bell Ringing Ceremony. Every year we look forward to this day as we celebrate the achievements of our participants, the achievements of our center, and it is also a day to recognize and thank our partners and our colleagues. And can everyone hear me in the back? Yeah. Thank you, everybody in the back. I want to take a moment to recognize some of our special guests who took time out of their busy schedules to join us today, who I think might have already had to leave. The Honorable Gary R. McCarthy, Mayor of the City of Schenectady, who received his award. He had to get out of town, so he couldn't join us. From Congressman Paul Tonko's office, Cora Schroeder. I also want to recognize Cora's interns that are with her congressional interns who are sitting in the back. Thank you for all coming today. Thank you. We have various colleagues from our host campus that I just want to thank for coming today. Also from the City of Schenectady's Affirmative Action Office, who is also a good partner of ours. The city's Affirmative Action Officer, Mr. Ron Gardner, who is also receiving an award this evening. Mr. Gardner, can you stand up? Thank you. And please forgive me if I've forgotten anyone. I do have my contacts on, but my sight is not that great even with those on. It's called old age, or older age. So at this time, if you are a participant at our outreach center, I ask that you please stand and just be recognized. Whether you're getting an award or whether you get our services, just please stand and be recognized if you get services from our program. If there are any members of our advisory board that have arrived yet, I know there are some who will be joining us this evening or this afternoon or whatever time it is, please stand and be recognized. If you are an employer partner or a community agency partner, please stand and be recognized. And there are some, don't be shy, because I know I'll call you out, I'll start calling you. Jen Lawrence, Mr. Gardner, and there are probably others way in the back that I cannot see right now. I also want to take a moment to thank our partners at the Carpenter Contractor Trust who are videotaping today's ceremony. They are on this side of the room. Thank you. The SUNY College and Career Counseling Center has a 40-year history in Schenectady County of providing support and assistance to thousands of residents seeking access to education, employment, training opportunities, and community resources. As I reflect on another successful year, my team and I have a lot to celebrate. And are they all in here? Lauren needs to come in. You need to come in. If you can come now, it's at their own volition to sit where they want to sit, even if it's on the floor. Okay. So to share with you some of the highlights. As of today, during the 17-18 program year, we have worked with 680 participants at the center, conducted over 1,924 advising activities from resume preparation and review to employment referrals to assistance with job applications and educational referrals to career advisement and on and on and on. In July of 2017, we completed new furniture projects in our entrance office at the center and in our opportunity and resource room. We kicked off SUNY SCCC's 40th anniversary year of heart work in January 2017. And as our 40th anniversary winded down, most notably during the summer, my staff and I worked diligently to secure sponsors and coordinate our 40th anniversary Heartwork celebration held on September 14th, 2017 at the Glenn Sanders Mansion. We honored Robert James, an Opportunity Programs icon, who was the former Associate Provost of Opportunity Programs for the State University of New York, who at one time had oversight for both the Educational Opportunity Programs and the Educational Opportunity Centers across the state. The Heartwork celebration was a fundraiser to inaugurate the Robert D. James Heartwork Scholarship. We anticipate awarding this scholarship to a SUNY SCCC participant annually starting in May of 2019 if they choose SUNY Schenectady County Community College as their first choice. Excuse me. We have organized every logistic and detail for a mix of job fairs throughout the program year. In April 2018, for a third year, we hosted a successful Opportunities Day at Steinmetz Career and Leadership Academy, or SCLA, located here in Schenectady, with the Academy's 9th through 12th grade students to provide resources and getting them to think about their opportunities after they graduate. This collaborative effort could not have been accomplished for these young people without the support of the SCLA principal, Mr. Greg Fields, the teachers and staff, as well as our colleagues from the University at Albany, Schenectady County Community College's admission and financial aid offices, and other partners from our community. In April 2018, we launched the Introductory Construction Skills Training Program with the City of Schenectady's Office of Affirmative Action to offer Section 3 residents of Schenectady County individual educational and career counseling in an effort to create pathways toward gaining efficient skills and mentorship, leading to a successful entry into the construction industry. Upon completion of this program, participants will have the skills to obtain gainful employment or seek further educational opportunities. And on April 24th, our mayor of the city of Schenectady, the Honorable Gary McCarthy, wanted to host the press conference to launch and announce this partnership at the front doors of the SUNY College and Career Counseling Center instead of hosting it at City Hall. Our construction training program has gained national attention, and Mr. Ron Gardner, the city's affirmative action officer, and I will travel to Dallas, Texas on June 17th to present on the program and its preliminary outcomes at the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development's, or HUD's, Section 3 National Training Conference and the 50th anniversary of the HUD Act of 1968. We have had some staffing changes over this program year, but I am thrilled that we did not skip one beat. With the center staff assistant for operations, Lauren Lanco, out on maternity leave for a bit, and in November 2017, her and her family welcomed her new precious baby girl, Julia, with the departure of our previous outreach advisor in October of 2017, and after a search process in March 2018, we welcomed Ms. Erin Grimm to our team, and it seems like she's been a part of the Outreach Center family for much, much longer than 3 months. Erin has been a phenomenal asset to a strong team. And currently, my right hand, who I've had the blessing to work with for 10 years now, I think we had one break off. We worked together for 5 years at UAlbany, and then we snagged her a year after I left to take on the role as my right hand, our Associate Executive Director, Jamie King, here at the center. Well, right now, the city has her because she's serving on jury duty twice a week until the end of June, and she has been since what, March?
No, beginning of May.
Beginning of May. April, thank you for clearing that up. We were fortunate to hire Eva Atwood as an educational assistant to augment the staffing gaps in the middle of our program year. No stranger to our outreach center, Eva is a 2017 graduate of SUNY Schenectady County Community College, and before her current role as our educational assistant with us, she served as our work study student for 2 years. We are a tight staff, and I'm proud of each of them and their hard work. They do everything without complaints. They're caring, compassionate, dedicated, and committed to our participants' success and aspirations, as well as to the mission of the center. And I'm grateful for the laughter, and that you all make the center an excellent place to be every single day. And then you put up with me, so you know that's a feat in and of itself. But we accomplish a lot, regardless of how much and how loud we often laugh. So I have a token of appreciation for each one of you, but I'm going to ask Eva to come and get it, and then you guys can pick out of the bag because they're all labeled. So I'm just trying to cut down on time. So thank you to my staff. Please give them a round of applause. Thank you, Eva. Our center is a part of a much larger enterprise than just our operation on State Street in Center City. We are a part of SUNY's University Center for Academic and Workforce Development, or SUNY UCAWD, which has general oversight of my outreach center, a second outreach center in the North Bronx, 10 EOCs, and over 35 attained labs across the state of New York. And we could not accomplish all that we do at the center without the support and assistance from SUNY UCAWD. These are the colleagues behind the scenes who make sure that we have the tools and the resources to operate efficiently and effectively. Also, I am very blessed to sit at the table with my outreach center counterpart, Mitch Duran, in the North Bronx, and our 10 EOC director colleagues from across the state, and our associate provost and director of SUNY UCAWD certainly encourages and fosters a sense of community among the 12 of us, in spite of the fact that each of us direct our centers in various parts of the state. So with that said, it's my pleasure to introduce the leader who leads our entire portfolio of services and programs statewide, our Associate Provost and Director of SUNY UCAWD, Lisa McKay.
Good afternoon, everyone. I was impressed hearing that about all the work that we do. Let me just start by welcoming everyone here today. This is an exciting time for our office. We travel all around the state to recognition ceremonies, all the way from Buffalo, all the way to Long Island, and so today I had to drive all the way from Albany, and I'm very grateful for that, so thank you for being close. I'd like to recognize my colleagues who are here with me this evening. Dr. Susan Perkins, who's our Director of Programs and Services, and Ms. Karen Russo, who's my Director of Finance and Administration. They help all of us keep our stuff straight. So thank you to you. So Deshawn had asked the participants to stand up and be recognized. And I just wanted to take a few moments to say a few words to you. And this is traditionally what I do when I come to the ceremonies. They want to hear some inspiring words from me, which is a hard task. Because I thought long and hard and really struggled over what could I say that was inspirational in just about 3 minutes. And so my tack was, what would I tell my loved one? What would I want them to hear? And so that's my message to you this evening, and it's just a couple of points. Number one, do not underestimate the work that you did at the center. It is a great first step to you achieving your future dreams and aspirations. And I want you to be proud of everything that you achieved in that center, from learning how to use a computer, to learning how to get gaining employment, readying yourself for a college experience. So that's number one. Don't underestimate the work that you did. Second, this is just the first step. So I challenge you to make plans for the next step on your journey. As I'm talking with my daughter, who's a junior in college, she thinks that she, at this point, has to have it all figured out, that she should know what she wants to do for the rest of her life. And sometimes my husband feels the same way, and I had to remind both of them that no one's journey is easy. No one's journey is all figured out at the beginning, that there will be rough days, that there will be challenging days, that there will be days where you feel like, you know what am I really doing? But I can tell you that the journey is worth it. Don't give up. Keep fighting. Set a new goal for yourself. You've achieved this one, but there are many more to come. So I encourage you to keep stepping in the right direction. Lastly, be engaged. The opportunity that you've been given at SCCC came at no cost to you. And I just ask a couple of things. One, I ask that you spread the word to someone else who could use this opportunity to kind of pay it forward, say, look, I had a great experience. There's some lovely ladies who really love the work that they do. And, you know, pay it forward, pass the word around. And so to your families, thank you for supporting them. Our family members here are supporting their loved one here today. If you are, can you stand and be recognized? I know that there was probably some babysitting and some support that you. We appreciate everyone in the room. And I think before I take my seat, I think that's the message that I wanted to send to everyone. That this work is not easy, but it can't be done without people feeling appreciated. I appreciate the staff. I appreciate you for choosing this center. To our community and partners, thank you for employing our students. Thank you for providing that opportunity. To the college, President Mona, thank you so much for supporting. And to the illustrious leader, Dr. McGarity, who, if you have not had the opportunity to be on the phone with Deshawn, I highly recommend it. She loves what she does, and that comes across in how she's spread that love and appreciation to her staff, and so they too pass that on. But Deshawn, I appreciate you. I appreciate everything you do for the center, for your perseverance, for the conversations that always end up with my stomach hurting from laughter, and certainly your vision to push and to provide the greatest opportunity for the participants who come through your door. So thank you very much. And with that, I will take my seat. But thank you everyone for coming out. For those of you in the back of the room, save me a cookie. I will see you in a few minutes. Thank you so much.
So, I hope that my remarks in this segment of our program don't take long, but it was difficult to try to trim this down to 2 minutes, especially over the course of 5 years of my time in this role. So, thank you, Lisa, so much for your remarks. But as I said, this year marks 5 years that I've served as the head or at the helm of the SUNY College and Career Counseling Center. I'm no stranger to the college. I worked here, I started my career here 20 years ago as the EOP director. So I'm no stranger. I stayed my first tour of duty for 5 years. So when I took the position, it was a pretty easy transition. So, and I'm no stranger to opportunity programs either, but that's a whole other story that we can talk about at another time. And so therefore, it's certainly no secret that I have the utmost respect for our awesome Associate Provost, Lisa McKay. When I met her at my final interview, along with my college boss at that time in Lisa's office in Albany on a warm April day in 2013, at the close of that meeting, I was offered this job, but I was also given a call to action to make urgent change happen. As I look back, I just assumed that my working relationship with Lisa would be far more transactional than it has been. And even in the midst of my experience navigating various changes and every facet of my executive directorship, Lisa has surrounded me with such unwavering support. Whatever turbulence I've experienced over the years, she's been there to coach me through to ensure that I had absolutely no fears to make the center take flight and stay safely in the air. She has always been there to help me celebrate and our staff celebrate all of our achievements. She has been the light at the end of the tunnel on some of my most challenging days on this job. And there have been many, particularly in the earlier years. She cares very much about all 12 of the directors who sit at her table. Our contributions are all important, all relevant, and no matter how small or how large our operations are, she holds all of us to the same high standards. She cares about our well-being, and she encourages the 12 of us to support each other through thick and thin. Lisa, to use one of your phrases, you genuinely touch and transform lives, leaving people in places much better than you found them. Not only because of your incredible leadership, not only because you are a true architect of community and of bringing people together, but because you are just a good and kind-hearted human being. I am grateful for our warm and frequently hilarious rapport that has grown and evolved over time, a rapport filled with productive yet lively phone conversations that she just mentioned, your advice, your mentoring, our times of fellowship, and certainly the much-needed laughter along the way. All of it has truly enhanced my leadership skills and has sustained me in this career chapter. So Lisa, please come on up. You know the tradition, for a token of appreciation for all of your support.
Meeting tomorrow.
That was not the reason for my comments. I just want to make that clear. That's tradition. Believe me, every time I see this one, I've always got something, a treat of some kind for Lisa, and I get teased because of it. So trust me, the budget has nothing to do with it. So for the past 3 years, I have worked under the leadership of the SUNY Schenectady County Community College's president, Dr. Steady Mono. Under his stewardship, the center has definitely experienced its best years of success and achievements. When I think of Dr. Mono, I think of a transparent and honest communicator who is thoughtful, and he always asks the right and excellent questions. He shows compassion for people, and he demonstrates a sincere passion for providing educational opportunity and access to those who seek it. I have come to know Dr. Mono through our conversations at our monthly meetings and in various informal settings. And I'm going to put him on the spot for just a minute. I'm going off script. I'm not going to embarrass you. I'm going to embarrass myself. So lately, the theme of our meetings have been my downgrading from a Cadillac to a Subaru. So for some reason, he just cannot get over my Subaru, but it's so cute. But anyway, every time I see him, he mentions, why would you do such a thing? So anyway, I appreciate his genuine trust in my leadership to direct the SUNY College and Career Counseling Center ethically and diligently, and that he knows that I work hard to serve as an engaged and positive ambassador for both the center and the college. Please join me in welcoming my boss and our college president, Dr. Steady Mona.
So Lisa, you get treats when you meet with Deshaun?
A smile.
I'm doing Deshaun's evaluation next week. We'll see how that goes along. No, really, in all seriousness, thank you for, again, I'll be really brief, because we know there's a lot of celebration ahead of us, but thank you for the opportunity to bring greetings from all of our colleagues here at the college, and to really commend the folks that we're going to recognize today. But before I go there, I just want to thank Dr. McGarity as well. So it's a pleasure. From time to time, probably not as much as I should, I go to the center, and absolutely right, it's a very happy place. And I especially go there when I'm hungry. There's always good lunch on there. But no, thank you for the work that you do. It's very obvious when I go there and see the participants that there's really a genuine care, a very transparent genuine care. So thank you for doing that, the work that you do. It's really good, transformational way. And again, Lisa, Ms. McKay, thank you for the partnership. We don't take it for granted. We value it at the college, and certainly you make us a better institution as a result of that partnership. So thank you very much for the partnership as well. To our, I'll call you the graduates, the folks that we are going to list. Again, I think you had marvelous words of wisdom from Ms. McKay. But let me just, a minute or so. First, commend you. Congratulations. And I know some of you, as I look around the room, I know some of you I know fairly well, and a couple of you are nodding. But I know your stories. I guess I'm saying that to say that I know your stories, and I know some of the hardships that you have faced. Some of you, every day when you get up, you are climbing Mount Everest. Every day. And some of you are doing it with shepherds, right? So if you're going to climb Mount Everest, you need a shepherd to help guide you. Some of you are doing that. You have your vision supporters, and some of you are doing it on your own. You are going on your own, and you are climbing that mountain on your own. And I know that there are days that you feel like not climbing anymore, because just life is beating the heck out of you. That happens. But let this ceremony this afternoon be a reminder that if you have tenacity, right? So folks study successful people. There's a lot of books that are written about successful people, and what they've all discovered from a myriad of different perspectives is that successful people are not successful because they are the sharpest tool in the shed, because they have an impressive cognitive ability. Right? They are successful they have one thing they have in common, all of them, is that they have this thing called grit, tenacity. What is that? That is the ability to stick to it. Let me use vernacular. The ability to stay to it, the ability to stay a task, and they are disciplined. No matter what happens, they go and they're going to work towards that goal, and that is great. And you are here this afternoon, you're being honored this afternoon, because you have demonstrated in your own way that you have that capacity for grit. And if you have that, I think, regardless of the obstacles that come in life, and they will come. There will be potential setbacks in life, and they will come. And sometimes they will come like a torrent. Regardless of all that, I think if you have the grit, the ability to say, you know what, I'm going to get up tomorrow, and I'm going to take one more step. And today perhaps I fail, but tomorrow I'm going to get up and I'm going to do this thing over and over and over because I have a goal. Then you'll be successful. Then you will be successful. So with that, we commend you, we thank you, and in many ways you encourage us to do what we do. So continued God blessings and God guidance as you go through your life. Thank you very much.
And he talks about treats for Lisa. Gotcha, Dr. Mono. And now, because I'm sure you're all tired of hearing me talk, it's my pleasure to introduce the Center's Associate Executive Director, Ms. Jamie King, who will introduce our participant success story speakers and present our participant awards this evening. I will be back, though, a little later to present our community awards, and then we will close out the evening with placement recognitions and close out with our bell ringing ceremony. So we'll get you out of here very, very shortly, because I know people have to go. Jamie?
Good evening. This evening we are honored to have two of our participants here to share their stories with us. These women continuously cease to amaze us with all that they've been able to accomplish throughout their journey. And we would first like to have Ms. Kim Lane come up. I'm not speaking on them too much because I want them to share their own story. So.
Good afternoon, everyone. My story is living behind the bars of life and how I was free. My name is Kim Lane. I want to start saying that the bars of life had held me hostage for 25 years. I am a recovering addict. I have been clean for several years. I put the amount here, but that's. I worked hard every single day to stay sober and clean. During the beginning of my phase of rehabilitation, I moved to Schenectady. I was placed in the YWCA domestic violence shelter to assist me with making life changes. Shortly after I arrived there, I received a room at the YWCA housing facility. I knew that I was on the right path and determined to see where it would lead me to. In 2009, I received a job offer to work at the SCCC College bookstore as a seasonal employee. Have maintained the job for almost 10 years. Almost. Working at the college has afforded me the opportunities that I am truly thankful for. I have met amazing people. I was introduced to the SUNY College and Career Center. I have been working with Jamie and Dr. McCarthy for a few years now. With their assistance, I have been able to obtain various positions and even attend college. They invited me to a lunch at the center one day with Dr. Momo. Little did I know he would give me more than lunch that day. Dr. Mono offered me an opportunity to go to college on a scholarship. I would like to thank you, Dr. Mono. I'd like to thank you for providing me with the opportunity, especially since I graduated high school in 1976. About a year ago, I became a little depressed, and I didn't know which way to turn. I went to the center, and Jamie and Dr. McCarthy, they lent me an ear. They listened and encouraged me to continue working hard toward my goals. I would like to thank Jamie and Dr. McCarthy for giving me the faith that I can do anything if I put my mind to it. Most recently, I landed a position that I have always wanted. I am an assistant case manager at the YW Domestic Violence Center. First, I was a victim. That helped me become a survivor, and now I'm one of their workers. Able to give back to the community that gave me that much. I want to thank Miss Dolores and Miss and D'Amica, they're my bosses at the job, and that are here with me at the YWCA for believing in me. The bars of life can only be unlocked if you focus within yourself. Only you have the key. You are only confined by the walls you build yourself around. I had a little poem, but I want to read something short. We're all trying to get through life in battles. Sometimes we stumble and fall. This is the time to face all those fears inside of us. We have the inner strength to get back up, to be again with a new sense of strength and hope. Before you know it, you'll see a whole new woman standing tall saying to you, I will never allow you to take my hopes, my dreams, my faith away from me. I found what kind of person I have become, and I believe that you don't steal or go after another to hurt them. I spent my life getting back up fighting another battle, standing tall, a whole new woman in prayer. All right.
Our next speaker is Wendy Alvarez, so welcome you to share your story with us.
Good evening, friends, family, and staff. Today is a great day to be grateful. Today I will tell you how the SUNY Career Center has helped me in my journey in finding gainful employment. I moved to Schenectady 3.5 years ago due to legal issues. I was placed in a halfway house due to my struggles with substance abuse. After 9 months in a halfway house, I was able to obtain a residence for myself and my family. I knew that in order to maintain and keep my apartment, I needed to look for a job in order to pay rent and bills. I applied to many jobs, but to no avail did I get a call back, or in some instances, received the infamous response, we'll call you if a position becomes available. Many times I left an interview feeling hopeless and helpless. One day a friend of mine told me about the employment center and I instantly became interested, but still feeling hopeless. I finally mustered the courage to go to the SUNY Career Center and ask for help to look for gainful employment. Upon arrival, I was welcomed with smiles and warm hellos. Finally, I was accepted somewhere, no matter my dark past. At the SUNY Career Center, I was taught how to put together a professional resume, something I never thought I would learn to do. I was given resources about jobs that were hiring. The staff was patient with me, even when I felt like giving up. They were and continue to be of support to myself and so many others like me. Today, I am a healthcare ambassador and health coach for the Schenectady City Mission. I reach out and help under-resourced people with resources such as seeking shelter, gainful employment, housing, and other social needs that would cause them to abandon their health and their family's health. I am also a certified recovery coach I am Narcan certified. And I'm doing other trainings as well. In closing, everything I do is for the people of Schenectady and helping to make Schenectady great. I want to thank the SUNY Career Center staff for all of their support and for helping me support my family. I am forever grateful to you all. I recommend that if you or a friend or family member is looking for employment, don't hesitate to go to the SUNY Career Center. It worked for me and it will definitely work for you. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies, that was amazing. We are so very proud of you. At this time, we are going to present the participant awards. Our first award is the Constant Contributor Award. This goes to one participant that is a regular and welcoming face around the center. This participant can always be counted on to represent our center at events and is always there when we need them. It is our hope that we do the same for them. The participant that we are recognizing has been coming to the center for well over a year and never ceases to amaze us with her persistence and positive attitude. She brings joy and laughter that lifts the spirit of all of those that come in contact with her. No matter the setbacks, she always finds a way to smile. I'm not sure if she arrived. Daya Collier, if you're here, please come up to accept your award. She just started a new job, so she wasn't too sure if she was going to get here in time, but we're okay with that. The next set of awards is the Self-Motivation Award. This goes to 3 participants who exemplify the personal drive to achieve the desire to constantly improve, whether it's landing a career opportunity that you have worked so hard to achieve, or overcoming countless obstacles, or deciding to take the hard road over the easy way out. They are always optimistic and have the ability to keep going and pursue goals, even in the face of many setbacks. The first participant we would like to recognize came to the center after struggling to find permanent employment, no matter how hard she tried. Through self-reflection and dedication, this participant has always been open and inviting to honest feedback, and which has helped her grow and obtain her career advancement. Ms. Keisha Saffron, can you please come up and accept your gift?
Tim, it's been a long time since we've seen you at the center, but that's a good thing. Despite the many obstacles, you have secured and maintained employment. When you relocated to this area, you found yourself starting over. Some would have ran from the many, many challenges you faced. However, you never gave up, and you always found a way to smile. Tim Hatch, would you please come up and accept this award? The last participant we are recognizing with the Self-Motivation Award goes to someone that decided that they did not just want a job, they wanted a career. You obtained employment, but that was not enough for you. Enrolling in classes and becoming a student in our Construction Workforce Initiative program has opened so many doors to someone so deserving. We cannot wait to see where this path leads you. Chris St. John, please come up and accept this gift.
and refers people to the center. They are always checking in and keeping us involved throughout their journey. Despite many obstacles, this participant's energy and positivity always shines through. She not only obtained one job, she obtained two. And throughout her time here at the center, she has referred others, and she's also trusted us to serve 3 generations of her family. Monica Lewis, please come up and accept this gift.
Thank you so much for everything.
Monica, you went over to take a picture.
I gotta go to work tonight.
Oh. Come on, let's take a quick picture, then she's gotta go to work. Thank you. Congratulations.
The next award is the Encourager Award. This goes to one participant that you will always find providing inspiration, guidance, and boosting morale to all of the participants in the Opportunity Room. Their supportive and positive attitude helps to brighten the center each day. And this participant has realized that the path to a better life is not always what's on the outside, but rather what lies within. And through this realization, he's chosen to enroll in our Construction Workforce Initiative program to explore a new career path. And be careful while walking on the streets of Schenectady, because if you cross Mr. Paul, there's a good chance that he will make you change your plans and bring you to the center. Elisha Paul, will you please come up and accept this award?
Thank you, team. I'm pleased to present the next 7 awards. The first 2 are the Friends of the SUNY College and Career Counseling Center, and they will be presented to colleagues from our host campus. One colleague is from the Health Professional Opportunity Program Grant, or HPOD, and our second colleague is from the college's Development Office. Christine Canavan, would you please come up, and Stacy McElduff? Is Stacy still here? I'm going to brag about you for a minute, but I wanted you to stand and get bragged about. So certainly, we could not do what we do without some of the cross collaborations and partnerships that happen here at our host campus with a variety of offices, and certainly in our community as well. And we'll be presenting those awards later. But first I want to just brag about Christine Canavan, who is the program coordinator for HPOD, who is not only a good neighbor, because the HPOD offices are on the 2nd floor from us down in Center City, but she is definitely an ambassador of the work we do at the center. She refers HPOD participants so that we can provide the support and mentoring in their employment or educational skills, and anyone else who can benefit from our services. And she does that on a regular basis. And she's always enthusiastic about the work that we do. So she definitely is one of our poster people for the Outreach Center. Earlier this year, she served on our center's Outreach Advisor Search Committee to replace Mary Rose Moran, and she definitely helped select an excellent candidate, and Erin, I'm fading. In all of her interactions with us, she is professional and demonstrates such enthusiasm with those she refers to our center, and she is certainly a fabulous storyteller of our heart work. So it's our pleasure to present a gift to Christine Canavan from our HPOD program. Stacy McElduff is the college's executive director of development, and she helped us make our Heartwork celebration in September 2017 a rousing success, as she assisted us with taking guest ticket orders and money and reservations for the event and recommendations on how to secure various in-kind gifts and donations. With some of the last minute things that we needed. And as you know, event planning can be a very stressful proposition. And she was always available to answer any questions for us, and she made herself available to help us in any way she could during the planning of our celebration. And in addition, in March 2018, Stacy and members of her team helped us to develop the criteria for the Robert D. James Heartwork Scholarship. So it's my pleasure to present Stacy McElduff with a gift of appreciation. Thank you. Oh, thanks, Jamie. What would I do without this one? Oh, gosh. I was just congratulating Stacy on their donor appreciation luncheon, which I was supposed to be at, but we were busy trying to get ourselves together, so congratulations. She said it was an awesome event, and it usually is, and I enjoy it, but I couldn't make it today. And now, it's my pleasure to present the Friends of the SUNY College and Career Counseling Center in our community. First is Mr. Ron Gardner, secretly known to all of us, the team, as Uncle Ron, yes. One day, Mr. Gardner was walking through Center City, stopped by and inquired about what we do. And he wanted to talk with us and figure out ways that we could collaborate. So we started last summer with a youth program where the young folks working in our community during the summer would also have hours at the SUNY College and Career Counseling Center conducting job development or educational opportunities, just basically the services that we provide. And we had about 2, I believe, folks as a part of that program. And now, of course, we have the Construction Industry Training Program Partnership. And even before this most recent initiative with our center, and even after the summer program last year, Mr. Gardner stops by nearly every day just to say hello, to check on us, and he refers anyone to the center that he knows could benefit from our services. He interacts with our participants. Just yesterday, I heard about what a great man and an excellent role model that he is for our participants from someone that we work with right now. So thanks, Mr. Gardner, for all that you do to support our center. Could you please come up and accept a token of appreciation from us? That's a long walk. Dallas 2018. Can you come up? I forgot how this is working. See, I'm fading. I'm telling you, it's happening. So this year, because I am the leader, I can make some decisions about who received these awards and who we want to honor. So I decided that we would honor one of our own in a sense. So certainly Dr. Perkins is no stranger to our operation, having served as the Director of Programs and Services for SUNY UCAWD for the past 4 years. And in her role, she oversees the entire portfolio of services and programs for all of the EOCs across the state in the Attain Lab project. I actually met Dr. Perkins in 2012 through email by a mutual colleague, but I don't think we met face to face until she started working at UCAWD. So for a long time, I never knew what Dr. Perkins looked like until 4 years ago. So in addition to working with her on a number of productive initiatives at the center in her role, not only does she consistently demonstrate a positive attitude in all of her interactions with me and everyone else, but she is always the colleague who has shown up in support over the years in various ways. I remember sitting at my office one day early in the morning, and I got a call from Dr. Perkins, unplanned, that she just wanted to come and visit. And she took me out to lunch, and we talked about health and life and work, and she does that often. So that's just one example. I could go on and on. And I have greatly appreciated her words of encouragement over the phone or in person. So Dr. Perkins, thank you for all that you do in your role and to support morally. Thank you. So we're coming down to the end, coming down to a close. So next is the SUNY CCC Advisory Board Member of the Year Award, and this year we're presenting it to Mary Murphy. Mary is the staffing coordinator at Berkshire Farm Center and Services for Youth. She's one of our newest advisory board members who takes her role very, very seriously. She provides excellent feedback on community resources and what's happening out there in the capital region. And she provides us with suggestions on professional development. And she just looks forward to every single job fair or community event that we have. And she is one of the most enthusiastic employers that is out there on the floor talking to everybody, from the employers to our participants. And we always put her by our door, so we can talk to her too. So thank you, Mary, for everything that you do in partnership with us. Please accept our token of appreciation. Okay, so the Outstanding Employer of the Year Award is presented to Melissa Clark, the Marketing Manager of the Carpenter Contractor Trust. Her title in her role is about the same length of hours, so it's long. We connected with Melissa when we put out a call for journal ads for our 40th anniversary hard work celebration last summer. And Carpenter Contractor Trust purchased a full-page ad, one of the first to purchase one, and we certainly had no idea at that time that we would stay connected. And we've gone out to lunch, we've planned. Melissa is an active partner in our construction training program, and she also attends all of our job fairs since we have hooked up in the community. And I'm happy to say that she's placed a few of our participants into the Sisters in the Brotherhood, which is a pre-apprenticeship program with the Carpenters Union allowing individuals to earn while you learn, and provide support to women and minorities who never thought about a carpentry career. So, thank you, Melissa. Thank you. Why are you checking? Oh, words.
Sorry, we're going off program.
I need water and I have to wipe my face. Do your thing.
Dr. McGarity, Deshawn, the doc, Dee Dee. I won't say the other ones. Or our fearless leader. If you do not know her by one of these names, you definitely know her by her infectious laugh. For 5 years, you have brought the center to become a model program, expanding services and access to the community, creating partnerships with other community agencies, and surpassing outcomes year after year. We are honored to serve under one of SUNY's EOP Distinguished Alumni, a very prestigious award Deshawn received this past April. We thank you for your leadership, your support, your drive to constantly improve, and your ability to create a warm, inviting, and laughter-filled environment. Come accept your gift.
That was funny, only because Dee Dee is like my childhood nickname, and you gotta be in the inner circle to know that. So now the whole room knows. Oh, Lord. Thank you, guys. Thank you, team. So, at this time, do you have anything else you want to say?
We're not done.
Or tell? See what going off script can do to people? Oh, I think I have your book.
You have the highlighter on?
Yes, I'm sorry. I took her book. Sorry. So, are we ready? Sorry. It's that one. That was my fault for going off script, sorry. So, thank you, Jamie. At this time, we will now come to the end of our 2018 bell ringing ceremony, and before we start the process of providing our placements with trinkets and ring our bells, I want you to continue to eat and fellowship as much as you'd like, because I see that there are still snacks in the back of the room. So at this time, we will recognize the 17-18 participants placed in education or employment opportunities. Congratulations to all of you. Maybe I didn't say that earlier, due to scheduling conflicts, of course, some of our participants could not be with us this evening. But however, when I call your name, please come up to receive your certificate, and please stand in front of the backdrop behind me. I ask that you please hold your applause until we have called all of our participants to stand at the backdrop. And then we will begin. I will try to lead all of us in ringing our bells that we have here. And then we'll take a few pictures, probably call up some of our other participants, and my two fearless leaders, the president and associate provost McKay. So that'll be in a few moments. So thank you. In the educational placements category, Bruce Kalahu Cust. Josette,
There she is.
I'm sorry if I mispronounced your last name. That's a long walk. Hi, how are you? Congratulations. Good to see you as always. Thank you. No, I love you. Brian LaPointe. Brian LaPointe, there's Brian. Christopher St. John. Keisha Safran. Keisha had to leave. Kim Lane. LaShawn Gee. Monica Lewis, who I think might have, she don't mind, still here. No, she had good work. Omar McQueen. Timothy Hatch. Zolaika Cologne. And Tyreek Scott. Tyreek's also way in the back. So congratulations to our 2017-18 participants who've been placed in opportunities in the Capital District. Wonderful. I have one more order of business, and I just ask the other participants who come to our center to come up for this group picture. I want it to be a family affair, so come up. And I see some of you, so if you're not in this picture, I'm going to start calling names. Wendy, James Lyses, come on. James, yes. These individuals have been placed already. Tracy Ann, I can see you. Anybody else out there, we're going to have a conversation afterward. Ebony. Come on, Ebony. Ebony, I talked to you on the phone the other day, Ebony Lewis. Come on. You said you were going to be here. Anybody else? Because I'm telling you, I don't see anybody else.
Miguel?
Oh.
Gabby, come on, too.
Oh, Gabby's the baby. Okay. So now I'm going to ask President Mono and Associate Provost McKay to come up and join us for this picture, and hopefully Ben can organize us in size and height order, that kind of thing. And then we'll ring our bells. I forgot about that part. Oh, no. You know.
Give her some money.
Can everybody come up a little bit? Anybody that's tall, so you, I'm gonna come back a little bit more, let some of the shorter people get it. Kind of get in nice and tight.
Like family.
Can't see me, I can't see you, so go hide. I see you hiding back. Come on up front now. You hide in the back, I'll bring you.
I tried. Come on, staff. Come on.
Come on up, right here. You know, bring it tight. Right to the back, come on over here. Don't be shy, get in there so we can see everybody. Hide. Everybody else, come on up if you want to take pictures.
Yes.
Everybody up.
So on the count of 3, we'll try to ring these bells together. Plug your ears if you're sensitive, noise sensitive. 1, 2, 3.
What?
So, with that said, I want to thank everybody for joining us this evening. I won't be much longer, but I really would encourage all of you, I'm not done yet, to really seriously, if for those of you who have not or here to just check out our ceremony, please come on down to our center and check out what we're doing, because we really are doing fabulous work, and I do enjoy very much what I do. I was at a conference this weekend, and I'm telling you, people were so jazzed about our program and intrigued, because I really was telling the story. And I will just say this very quickly. I came up from struggle. I ascended with my doctorate as an EOP student. And I don't come from money. I came from very humble grandparents who chose to raise me. I was the product of a teenage parent who was 16, who I'm now caregiving for. And so I am by any means no Einstein, but I really, with perseverance and the support of many people, made it. So thank you all for coming.